would like to start our today's session. So in this session we'll be discussing or we'll be learning a few excellent expressions. Now we want to start our today's session. So what are the expressions? Here we can see number A, opening phrases. Number B, connect sentences, that means connecting words for connecting sentences. Number C, giving opinions. Number D, we can see here conclusion words. So basically these are the opening phrases. We have a lot of opening phrases or expressions that we can use while speaking. So in this session we'll be learning one by one. So first opening phrase, here we can see well, and here is an example answer, one or two example answers according to the grammar and according to the IELTS. So what is well? And beginning a sentence with well can indicate that you are getting ready to answer a question. That means when you bring a word well in your answer, that means you are including or you are commencing your answer starting that, or you are getting ready to answer a question but are not quite done thinking through your answer. So basically why we should use this kind of opening phrases or words? To get ready to answer a question, and I hope if you can use them, that will boost your confidence, let you think of your answer uh, appropriately, properly. At the same time, that will give a positive expression or a positive signal to the examiners to give you the highest band score. So that's why I request you, I suggest you, try to bring at least one opening phrase. So our today's first opening phrase, that is well. Here we can see well is the opening phrase. So actually well means in a good or satisfactory way. So when we are answering, we are using the word well. That means we are answering a question in a good and satisfactory way. Now look at this question. Here we can see this is a very familiar question according to IELTS. How did you come here today? So how did you come here today? If your exam in person, if you are attending an IELTS exam, most probably speaking test in person, that time you will be asked this question. You might be asked this question, how did you come here today? Now we should look at this answer. Well, first I walked on foot for about 5 minutes. First I walked on foot for about 5 minutes. Then I took a bus. Then I took a bus, or then I got on a bus to get here. Although I used to go to office on bike that I had bought 5 years ago. Now I would like to explain this answer. In this answer you will have numerous things regarding IELTS. First look at this, the first word well, that is our opening phrase. First I walked on foot. So I walked on foot for about 5 minutes. For about 5 minutes, this is a certain period of time, certain amount of time that plays a significant role in our speaking language or in speaking test. Then I took a bus to get here. So took a bus to get here. Look at this part. Basically this part is most important. I took a bus to get here. I took a bus to come here. Instead of I took a bus to come here, you should use I took a bus to get here. Although I used to go. Now look at this. This is our a conjunction. This we should consider it as a connecting words. So although, despite, not only but also, if you can use them, that will boost your band score. I used to go to office on bike. So here look at this, I used to go to office on bike. I used to, you are explaining your past experience or your past habits. How do you go to your office or how do you commute your office. Next, that I had bought 5 years ago. So I had bought 5 years ago. Look at this. This is a past perfect tense. So this is a past perfect tense. I had bought 5 years ago. So most probably, as I know that if you can use past perfect tense in a right way, I hope there is no one to give you the low band score. I mean band score 5, 5.5, 6, even 6.5. They will ever think that, oh my god, this candidate appropriately used past perfect tense. So why I am suggesting or why I am giving him or her a band score 5.5 or 6. So our main target is to use or to bring at least one opening phrase. Okay, look at the next question. Where do you live? Here, question number 2 we can see here. Well, so where do you live? Well, I live in Dhaka. Well, I live in Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh, with my family, although I was born in another district, Thakurgaon. I think this is the nice sentence according to IELTS. In terms of IELTS requirement, this answer fulfill all the requirements. First of all, here we can see an opening phrase. I live in Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh. The uses of comma with my family, although. So here is our although. It seems that it is a complex sentence. Although I was born in another district, Thakurgaon. So I was born in another district, that is our passive voice, and I live in Dhaka, that is our active voice. So I used technically I used in one sentence two different tenses. The first one is present indefinite, simple present tense, and the last one is simple past tense but passive voice. So IELTS always requires this kind of sentence structure. So this is a full explanation regarding the opening phrase. Well, now I would like to go back our second opening phrase. Let me bring our second opening phrase. Here we can see the second opening phrase, all right. Now we would like to look at some answer or question and with answer. So here we can see this is our opening phrase, all right. Exclamation, all right, the exclamation is here. All right, it means expressing or asking for assent, agreement, or acceptance. So when you say the word all right, when you use the word all right, that means you are agree. That means you agree. That means you agree, you accept this question. First you accept this question, then you try to answer this question. So here we can see the here assent means the expression of approval or agreement. So the word, you can ask me what does it mean. Assent. So here assent means the expression of approval or agreement. Actually, this is not our task, this is not our job to learn more about all right. Our job is to bring them in a question and answer. So look at this question, do you work or are you a student? So basically in this session I asked this question to several participants, do you work or are you a student? Now look at this answer. All right, as you know, I'm not a student. All right, as you know, I'm not a student, I'm a banker. I work in a private commercial bank and I absolutely love it because it is the type of job that really lets you utilize all your talents. I suppose, so this is my second sentence, I suppose it's been a few years now since I started working full time. So it's been a few years now since I started working full time. However, every day I perform a wide range of tasks to provide services to the customers. In addition to this, as a banker, in addition to this, as a banker, I'm responsible for tons or thousands of different things such as preparing balance sheets, keeping daily transaction records, and inviting customers to deposit money with the bank. So here I'll show you some wonderful ideas, some wonderful points, bullet points that we must learn or we must know. What are they? So the bullet points are here. First of all, look at this answer. We can see this is our opening phrase, all right. So definitely all right is our opening phrase. Now look at the connecting words, connecting conjunctions. However, in addition to this is a connecting words. Again, I suppose, this is a personal opinion. I suppose, I assume, I think, I believe. And the last sentence, most probably the last sentence, here I used a structure. Right now I forgot I can't remember the name of this structure. So when you are using some phrases following the same structure, so look at this: preparing balance sheets, keeping daily transaction records, inviting customers. So here the verb prepare with ing, the verb keep with ing, and the verb invite with ing. So preparing, keeping, and inviting. This kind of languages always requires band score 9. So I hope you've got the point. And in this answer, you will have everything that we must know. Now, I would like to move on our next opening phrase. What we can see here. So our next opening phrase, we can see here, the next opening phrase is actually. Actually is our next opening phrase. Let's see what have I done here. Okay, so the first opening phrase number 3, actually, as the truth or facts of a situation or really. So we all know the meaning of this word. We must pay attention to what young people are actually doing. So this is another use of actually, but our main job is to bring them or is to use them in front of the sentence or at the beginning to commence with a answer. Actually, the question is here, we can see, why did you choose that job? This is a very common and familiar question. We should learn this question properly, because you will be asked the same question. If you can answer, if you learn this answer, then you will be able to answer this question. So actually, I didn't choose this job. I didn't choose this job. I was working as a warehouse manager when a vacancy as a purchasing manager opened up. The directors at the company thought I would be a great fit for the role and encouraged me to join. So according to your answer, you can use this opening phrase actually. It's not necessary that you should follow my answer. You can use this opening phrase actually, but you should give the answer properly, that why you chose this job. I have something to tell you regarding this question, but not now, because I have a long list regarding opening phrases. Now opening phrase number 4, here we can see frankly speaking. So the frankly speaking, it is another opening phrase, and the meaning of this phrase is in an honest, sincere, and truthful way. So frankly is often used when giving an honest and direct opinion. So most probably we are frankly I'm worried. Frankly speaking, I'm worried, or frankly I'm worried. Here we can see the Example, why did you choose that job? Oh, this is my another question, another answer. Frankly speaking, I guess the primary reason why I decided to pursue a career in bank was that I really loved maths at my high school, as I was always good at numbers. And because of this, I thought it was the only possible choice I could make. So it was not a tough decision, and thank God I've never regretted it. So this is my answer. I've decorated my answer regarding my content or my job that I do. So you can use this sentence structure. Basically, you should focus on your language style, not the content, because you all know the content. What kind of content do you have? As you are a freelancer, that you have a content. As if you are a uh, sales manager, or what can I say, purchase manager, whatever, then you know what is your content. But the most important thing is your language style. So frankly speaking, I guess the primary reason why I decided to pursue a career in bank was that I really loved maths at my high school, as I was always good at numbers. So just imagine this first line and the second line, only one sentence here. Frankly speaking, I guess the primary reason. So instead of what we you say, most of the participants commonly say, because I chose this job because. So to say because in a different way, here I'm showing you the different way. Frankly speaking, I guess. Frankly speaking, I guess. As I previously said that, I guess, I assume, I suppose, I think, I believe. So this is called the personal opinion. And as we can see here, frankly speaking, that means in a honest, sincere, and truthful way. Basically, here I guess the primary reason. And look at this. Why I decided, why I selected, why I chose to pursue a career in bank was that I really loved maths at my high school, as I was always good at numbers. So the more I want, the more I can, to avoid using the word because. I always suggest you not to use the word because so many times. I hope that will boost your band score. If you, instead of because, you can use several words. And because of this, look at this, because of this, not because of this, I thought it was the only possible choice I could make. So I thought it was the only possible choice I could make. I thought, not I think. So if you say I think, that means you are answering this question in a present tense, but the question was in the past tense. Look at this question: why did you choose that job? Why did you choose that job? That means not now, not present, you choose that this job. You chose this job in the past. I remind you, the verb should be, the correct pronunciation should be chose. The past tense chose, chose, chose. In the present tense choose, chose. So you should focus on this verb. Okay. So it was not a tough decision, and thank God I've never regretted it. So it was not a tough decision, and thank God. Thank God, that means you are so happy, you are grateful to Almighty God. I've never regretted it. This is our present perfect tense. So in this answer, you will see a wide range of grammar. A wide range of grammar means, frankly speaking, I suppose, I guess, the primary reason why I decided. So why I decided, past indefinite tense. A career in bank was that I really loved. This is past indefinite tense. At my high school, as I was always good at numbers, past indefinite tense. So basically the first tense is in the past indefinite tense or simple past tense. But look at this. This is also simple past tense. But the last word, the last sentence, I have never regretted it, present perfect tense. So this is one kind of skill you should develop, that in. Okay, now I would like to move on our next slide, next opening phrase. What we can see, Here we can see our next opening phrase, that is called honestly speaking. Similar meaning, I think. Frankly speaking, honestly speaking, these are the similar meaning. Anyway, now look at this. So this opening phrase called honestly speaking. So honestly speaking is a phrase people use when they are telling someone the truth. That means when you are using this phrase, that means you are telling someone the truth, the real fact. The same falls for frankly speaking. That means in our previous opening phrase, we found the opening phrase was frankly speaking. So frankly speaking and honestly speaking have the similar meaning. There is no difference. Okay, next question. Do you like your job, or what do you like the most about your job? Honestly speaking, yes. So here I'm answering this question. Do you like your job? Honestly speaking, yes, I do. What I love the most about my job is that it never gets me boring, mainly because I have an opportunity to take on new challenges all the time. So to take on new challenges all the time, that I really like. In fact, the more challenging the task is, the more I like it. I think Mr. Anyway, so this is a wonderful answer. I hope you should learn this kind of answer or this type of answer, and that will help you a lot. So one more opening phrase I'll be discussing, then we'll quit our session today. Let's go back. Here we can see the next one, generally speaking. So here is an opening phrase that is called generally speaking. Look at this. Generally speaking, it seems used to say that a statement describes a general feeling or opinion relating to or affecting all the people or things in a group. So when we are using this general, so let me finish this session. We are about to close our today's session. Okay, so basically, generally speaking, used to say that a statement describes a general feeling or opinion relating to or affecting all the people or things in a group. So generally speaking, people like her as a leader. Generally speaking, people like her as a leader. But now we should change this word. Generally speaking, people don't like her as a leader. We recently we lost our former prime minister. So that time regarding this sentence, we should call we should correct this sentence, that generally speaking, people didn't like her as a leader. Okay, so here we can see, what are your responsibilities at work? So this is a question. We must know that what are your responsibilities at work. So generally speaking, my primary responsibilities include monitoring inventory levels along our supply chains and arranging stock replenishment when it is needed. I communicate closely with our sales team and create purchase orders for items based on our forecasted figures. So basically here, generally speaking, when you are able to use this opening phrase, that means you are giving a general statement or a general feeling or opinion to your examiner regarding your answer. So my aim was to teach you this some wonderful opening phrases that you must know, while you must include while you are speaking. I hope once you can learn them, definitely you can bring them in different situations, in different you can use them in different sentences. You should remind or keep in your mind that when and where you are going to use them. There are some general sense or ideas when you are going to use them. If you use an opening phrase in appropriate way, that time you will lose your band score. Now I would like to answer a question. The question is, sir, or rather I have a question. The question is, how many opening phrases should I bring while I'm attending an IELTS exam speaking test? What should I do? Should I use more than 5, 10, 15, or 20 opening phrases? So basically here I'm going to suggest you, the more you can use, the more you achieve the band score. But it's not necessary. Just try to use 3, 4, 5, at least 3. If you can't use them, at least one. Try to bring at least one opening phrase. Okay, if you are good at using them, then bring 3 in 3 different sentences. But remember, don't try to use them again and again, over and over again. Just you think while you are practicing, you just bring one for your sentence. Okay, now I would like to give you an example. Recently you lost your wallet. So how do you feel? That time you should say, unfortunately I lost my wallet. I've lost my wallet recently here in my country or here in my city. So this time you should use unfortunately. But instead of unfortunately, if you say that, what can I say? Interestingly, I've lost my wallet recently. I think it doesn't make a good sense. So you should consider them.